The best therapist has fur and 4 legs. Imagine this. You walk through the door after a long day, and the moment your dog sees you, they do that big, slow, luxurious stretch, front legs extended, butt in the air, tail wagging just a little. It's adorable, right? But have you ever wondered why they do it? Is it just a morning yoga type of thing? Are they secretly mocking your lack of flexibility? Or could it actually mean something way deeper, something you've been missing this whole time? Well, buckle up, because that stretch, it's not just a stretch. It's a message. Your dog is trying to tell you something, and if you're not paying attention, you might be missing one of the purest, most heartwarming signs of love in the entire animal kingdom. That's right. Your dog might be declaring their affection in a way you never even realize. But that's not all. This simple stretch could also reveal clues about their mood, their trust in you, and even their health. And by the time we're done here, you'll never look at that innocent little stretch the same way again. Now, let's start with the most exciting possibility. What if I told you that this stretch is actually known as a greeting stretch, also called the play bow or love stretch? Scientists and dog behavior experts have observed that dogs don't just stretch when they wake up or after a nap. They stretch as a way of showing their affection. When a dog greets you with a stretch, it's a sign of comfort, trust, and excitement. Think about it. When humans see someone they love, they might smile, wave, or even run up and hug them. But dogs? They stretch. It's like their way of saying, "Hey, I missed you. You're my favorite human," and if that doesn't melt your heart, I don't know what will. But wait, what about the other times your dog stretches? What if they do it randomly, or when they see other people? Does that mean they love everyone? Are they just throwing their love around like doggy Casanovas? Not necessarily. While stretching is often a sign of affection, it can also mean relaxation and trust. If your dog stretches around you often, it means they feel completely safe in your presence. Dogs in the wild only expose themselves in such a vulnerable position when they feel totally at ease. So if your pup does this in front of you, they're basically saying, "I trust you with my life." No pressure, right? And here's something even more interesting. Dogs don't greet just anyone with a stretch. If your dog only does this when they see you but not the mailman, the neighbor, or that one friend who always steals their belly rubs, that's a huge sign that you hold a special place in their heart. They see you as their trusted leader, their best friend, their ride or die. It's the canine equivalent of a VIP pass. You're in their inner circle of love, and that's a big deal. But before you get too flattered, let's talk about another reason your dog might be stretching. Could they actually be manipulating you? Gasp. Yes, it turns out some dogs figure out that stretching gets them attention. If every time they stretch, you go, "Aw, what a good dog," and give them pets, they quickly learn that stretching equals love and attention. Some dogs are basically tiny, fluffy psychologists, mastering the art of human behavior better than we understand them. Now, let's address a slightly more serious possibility. While stretching is usually a positive behavior, it can also be a sign of discomfort. If your dog is stretching frequently in a way that seems unusual, especially if they seem stiff, groan when they do it, or stretch excessively after meals, it could be a sign of an underlying health issue, like digestive discomfort or joint pain. So while most stretches are totally normal, if you notice your dog acting a little off, it's always a good idea to check in with your vet. And let's not forget about play mode. If your dog stretches and immediately starts wagging their tail, bouncing around, or even bringing you a toy, they're inviting you to play. This is called a play bow, and it's a universal dog signal for fun and games. It's basically your dog saying, "Come on, human. Let's go have some fun." And let's be real. Who could say no to that kind of invitation? Speaking of invitations, have you ever tried stretching back at your dog? No, really? Next time your pup does a big stretch, try mimicking them. You might be surprised to find that some dogs will actually stretch back at you. This is because dogs are incredibly in tune with human behavior. They watch our movements, our facial expressions, even the way we breathe. If they stretch and see you doing it too, they might think, "Whoa, we're communicating in my language now? Awesome." Did you know that wolves, the ancestors of our beloved dogs, also engage in similar stretching behaviors? In the wild, wolves use stretching not only to wake up their muscles but also as a way to reinforce social bonds with their pack. When a wolf stretches near another pack member, it's a way of saying, "We're good, right? We're still family." Your dog has inherited this same instinct, and when they stretch in front of you, they're reaffirming their bond, essentially declaring, "You're part of my pack, and I feel safe with you." Some experts believe that stretching is also a sign of submission and respect. If your dog stretches when they see you, especially with a relaxed body posture and wagging tail, they might be showing deference to you as their trusted leader. It's their way of saying, "I acknowledge you as my leader, and I'm happy you're here." It's kind of like a doggy bow, an ancient gesture that dates back thousands of years. Feeling honored yet? Want to deepen your bond with your dog? Try responding to their stretch with a gentle rub or verbal praise. Dogs thrive on positive reinforcement, and if they associate stretching with getting attention from you, they'll be even more likely to repeat the behavior. In fact, some dogs will stretch more frequently just to get that extra bit of affection, because, let's face it, they've got us wrapped around their paws. Have you ever noticed that your dog stretches differently depending on their mood? A big, exaggerated stretch with a relaxed body usually means they're happy and comfortable. But if their stretch is stiff or followed by a yawn, it could be a subtle stress signal. Dogs yawn when they're feeling a bit anxious, so if you notice your pup stretching and yawning at the same time, they might need a little extra reassurance. The timing of the stretch also tells you a lot. If your dog stretches when they first wake up, it's just like a stretching in the morning, a natural way to get the blood flowing. But if they do it right after seeing you, that's a different story. That's a clear greeting stretch, which means they're happy and excited to see you. In other words, it's like a little love letter written in body language. Ever noticed how stretching is often followed by a shake off? If your dog stretches and then gives a full body shake, it's a sign that they're resetting their energy. This behavior is common after moments of excitement or tension, like after playing or meeting a new person. It's like a mental and physical refresh button, helping them transition from one state of mind to another. Dogs that stretch and immediately roll onto their backs are showing the ultimate trust. If your dog stretches in front of you and then flops over, exposing their belly, that's a huge sign of comfort and vulnerability. In the wild, showing the belly is a very submissive gesture, meaning, "I trust you completely." It's one of the greatest compliments a dog can give you. Now, here's a fun experiment for you. Pay attention to when and how often your dog stretches when they see you. Is it just in the morning? After a nap? Every single time you come home? Try keeping track, and you might notice some interesting patterns. Some dogs stretch more when they're feeling especially happy or excited, while others do it as part of their daily routine. The more you observe, the better you'll understand your dog's unique way of communicating. And now, let's wrap it all up with one big question. Does your dog stretching when they see you mean they love you? Short answer? Yes. Long answer? Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt, yes. Whether it's a greeting stretch, a trust signal, or a sneaky way to get your attention, stretching is a clear sign that your dog is happy, comfortable, and emotionally connected to you. It's one of those little everyday moments that we often overlook, but now that you know what it means, you'll never see it the same way again. So, next time your dog greets you with a big stretch, take a moment to appreciate it. Give them a little head scratch, maybe stretch back at them, and most importantly, enjoy the fact that your furry best friend is showing you just how much they care. And if you found this video helpful, or just love talking about dog behavior as much as we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating insights into the wonderful world of dogs. Now, go give your pup some love, they've definitely earned it. Dog face red heart.